I wish you could see what I can see. Sometimes you have to be really high to see how small you are. I'm going home now. These words were uttered on the 14th of October, 2012 by a man named Felix Baumgartner, standing a staggering 38,969 meters above the Earth's surface. That's equivalent of 24 miles above the surface. He then proceeded to do what any normal human being would do at such a height. He jumped. About 20 seconds after jumping, he was moving at 697 kilometers per hour. Another 20 seconds later, he set a record for the fastest free fall achieved by a human at 1,173 kilometers per hour. Around the 50-second mark, he became the first human to break the sound barrier, moving at Mach 126, that is 1.26 times the speed of sound. At the 1 minute mark, he began to decelerate and spin violently before stabilizing. A few seconds later, he had re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. Before the eyes of 8 million viewers around the world, at 4:19 seconds, he deployed his parachute. In case you didn't deduce, he'd been falling for 4:19 seconds straight. But why in God's good graces would anybody do that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Red Bull gives you wings. I'm Winnie Kisache from Monkey Pesa, and today I'm here to tell you about Red Bull's marketing strategy. But before we jump in, I'd like to give you something that will enhance your marketing efforts. Even as I'll be showing you what Red Bull does, so you can maybe pick a leaf, being able to use a cheat code here and there will take you a long way. Click the link in the description to access our free marketing calendar. Now, going back to Red Bull, there's one overarching theme to their marketing strategy. Unlike most brands that simply make use of media to push their brands, Red Bull goes and turns all that inside out, behaving like a media company that just happens to sell an energy drink. They sponsor extreme sports events, music concerts, and sports teams, and have a recording label. Basically, if there is a circle in which people that are likely to drink Red Bull are, then Red Bull is most likely there to give it to them, by either creating an event for them to come to or sponsoring an already existing one. So, here's the marketing strategy broken down into 7 distinct blocks. Number 1, inspiring and memorable slogan. Red Bull is the proud owner of one of the most popular and memorable brand slogans in the world. Red Bull gives you wings. Created in 1997, it hasn't changed a single bit until today, as opposed to many other companies that are occasionally changing theirs when rebranding. Of course, it doesn't mean that this catchy brand slogan didn't face any problems over its long history. According to BBC, the company had to pay over $13 million following a US class action suit because customers felt that the slogan was false advertising and it didn't actually give them any wings. While the slogan itself isn't what made Red Bull so popular and successful, it adds to their overall marketing strategy because they have always stayed true to it. And you're going to see to why in the next few points. Number 2, sponsorship of extreme sports. Red Bull doesn't give you wings literally, but they sure stayed true to their slogan by sponsoring extreme events to establish powerful brand awareness and imply that their energy drink gives you incredible, out-of-the-world performance. In 2012, they organized and sponsored a unique event called Stratos, in which Austria's Felix Baumgartner did a parachute jump from the edge of space in front of millions of people watching live from all over the world. The mission was more than successful. It not only broke multiple Guinness World Records, such as registering the fast free fall to break the speed of sound barrier, but it was also a huge boost for Red Bull marketing. While the estimated cost of the marketing stunt was about $30 million, Felix's jump led to breaking over $500 million in sales for the company. Talk about a good campaign. And this wasn't the only event like this organized and sponsored by Red Bull. In 2021, Dario Costa became the first person to fly an aircraft through a tunnel, seriously pushing the limits of what's possible. Number 3, brilliant advertising approach. Next on our list of Red Bull's marketing strategy lessons is their fun and humoristic approach to advertising. It all started back in 2000 when a series of video ads with distinctive illustrations that always drew the attention of the audience. They were so unique that people immediately knew when watching one that it was Red Bull, even if they didn't see the logo or the brand name until the end of the ad. This also proves the power of the brand awareness that the company has been cultivating for years. These ads went on for years and they kept their unique and distinctive style that made people so drawn to them. And of course, there was also this unique Red Bull gives you wings at the end of each ad, a popular phrase which also extended to their banner and displayed ads as well. Number 4, smart use of guerrilla marketing. Another lesson that we can learn from Red Bull's marketing strategy is their wonderful application of guerrilla marketing. If you're not familiar with the term guerrilla marketing, it refers to the use of clever and unconventional methods to boost sales or attract attention in business, generally making use of one's environment. For example, one of their first marketing moves ever was hiring the famous Red Bull girls to hand out free drinks to college students, which also falls within one of their main target audiences, young, active people. So when these students started preparing for their exams, what first came to their mind was Red Bull, the perfect energy drink to help them prepare and stay focused during a whole night of learning. This campaign was an absolute success and increased their sales rapidly, so Red Bull went on to extend it to other places as well. Because their target audience was 18 to 35-year-old males, they extended their campaign to college parties, coffee shops, libraries, and other places where they typically hang out. Number 5, strong and consistent branding. And of course, the success behind Red Bull marketing is not only based on individual events or actions. The company has done an outstanding job in establishing a strong and consistent branding that made them easily recognizable worldwide. It revolves around their famous tagline, Red Bull gives you wings, and it has effectively positioned itself as the energy drink for males that live on edge or aspire to do so. They understood their target audience very well, reaching them with consistent, clear, and constant communication. The message is simple. You can boost your focus and athletic performance by consuming the company's product. Number 6, word of mouth marketing. The sponsorship of extreme events and sports not only brings publicity and works brand awareness as it attracts millions of viewers worldwide, but it does something else as well. And that is increase the effectiveness of word of mouth marketing. According to Investopedia, word of mouth marketing is one of the most effective forms of advertising because over 92% of consumers trust their friends and family more than they trust conventional media. Combine this with millions of people watching your event, and you're also able to reach their friends and family because everyone will be talking about you and sharing your videos all over social media. Number 7, focus on quality content. Next on our list of secrets behind the success of Red Bull marketing is content. When it comes to developing and implementing a successful content strategy, Red Bull definitely knows what they are doing. Back in 1996, Bill Gates wrote that content is king. And this is something that holds true to this day, especially with the rise of technology in the information age. Red Bull is no stranger to quality content, from publishing blog posts, news, and customer stories to a YouTube channel with almost 6,000 videos. It is clear that they don't hesitate when it comes to investing in content marketing. And yet again, they're delivering the right message to the right audience time and time again. Red Bull is also doing a great job with their social media strategy, as they are masters of making their posts feel relatable to their audience, that is, young males, through memes, teasers, or by simply posting content like this. And of course, let's not forget something very, very, very important. A very key part of their marketing message is to target the risk takers, the doers, the people who are willing to take on an adventure and inspirational social media posts. In other words, there are a lot of aspects behind the success of Red Bull marketing. And while some of their events might be difficult to replicate by smaller companies or tight budgets, there's always something that we can learn from them and apply it in our own business strategies. Now, I'm off to set the record for the highest jump by a female ever. That's from a standing position onto my bed. Thank you for watching. Until next time.